Nearly 30 million Americans are bracing for an end to SNAP benefits this week. The pandemic-era food payments to low-income families on the program are set to expire March 1st. That means millions across the country will see a significant cut in their monthly food stamp benefits. It comes at a time of rising inflation. Business reporter Alexis Christoforous has more.
Nearly 30 million Americans across the country now bracing for a significant cut in their monthly food stamp benefits. In just days, the federal government ending pandemic-era payments for low-income families on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. The expiration date set for March 1st. For the average recipient, it means about $95 less a month for groceries. For others, much more. Like the Hardy family of 4 in Marshfield, Wisconsin, whose benefits will shrink from $950 to $200 a month.
We're really going to struggle. We're going to have to end up going back to cheaper, noodles, processed stuff, because the meat, the dairy, fruits and veggies, it's expensive.
18 states have already ended the temporary boost to SNAP benefits. It comes as inflation continues to surge and wages fail to keep up with rising prices for gas, rent, and food, up more than 10% in the past year. A gallon of milk averaging $4.20, up from $3.67 a year ago. Food pantries trying to meet the rising demand. The Atlanta Community Food Bank seeing a 30% increase in visits since Georgia ended benefits in May.
Many of those folks are accessing our network for the first time in their lives.
Deanna Hardy worries about the future.
The prices keep going the way they're going, and we can't even make it work now. What is it going to be like 6 months from now?
ABC News business reporter Alexis Christoforous joins me live now for more on this. Alexis, some of the people are saying that they still need this assistance, but it was always intended to be temporary. So now what? Could we see these payments extended, and what's the overall impact on the economy?
Yeah, these people have been getting these payments for the past 3 years, so they kind of can't remember what it felt like not to have them. A number of people are now appealing to their states to close the federal funding gap. So far, only New Jersey has answered the call and said they'll extend those SNAP benefits. We don't know exactly for how long. Another important thing here, Congress is going to use some of the money it's saving from that program to have a permanent program to replace school meals during the summer months for children and low-income families.
This will work a little bit differently for people who are also collecting Social Security benefits. Can you walk us through that?
Right. A little confusing here, but at the end of the day, people on Social Security who also get SNAP benefits are going to see those SNAP benefits fall actually below what they were getting pre-pandemic, and that's to make up for the fact that they're getting a cost of living adjustment to Social Security, up about 9% because of high inflation. So even though those SNAP benefits are going to be lower and Social Security is going to be a little bit higher, the government says it all evens out in the end.
Okay. And the Supreme Court's also set to take up President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan. We've seen a few states come out against it. They'll be duking it out in court. What are you watching for there?
Well, we're watching for whether or not the court even believes that those states who are saying they're going to be hurt if this program goes through is actually legitimate. For borrowers, this means they're not going to get any real answers for at least the next few months. The Supreme Court's not expected to come back with a decision until early June, perhaps late July. And President Biden has said those repayments wouldn't start until 60 days after the Supreme Court comes down with a decision, or early August, whichever comes first.
All right. Alexis Christoforous, thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Shalom Akim Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kavadash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel brother from the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, whatever it may be. This is the Akia Mahaloya coming back with another lesson. Lord's will be edifying. Going into the Vincentus Felly as SNAP benefits, which in Illinois they used to refer them to link. It used to be called like a link card. But SNAP benefits, I think it's Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, is getting ready to end for over 30 million Americans. The majority of these are single women, okay, with 3 or 4 kids apiece. We've been saying this through the Spirit for a while that Esau is going to start cracking down on these particular endeavors, because for the simple fact, okay, he's getting ready to do away with this old system, and he's getting ready to implement the New World Order, or the NWO, which is basically all these goodies that you're getting, you're going to have to take that CHIP. Okay, so he's going to pretty much put you in a state of disparity to the point that you have to be dependent on putting something into your body in order to receive the benefits. Because it's not that he don't have it or that he can't implement it, because they print money out of thin air. But the fact about it is, he wants to be able to control you. Okay, he wants to be able to hold this over your head, because he wants you to be dependent on this system and ultimately away from your power. Okay, now with that being said, inflation is at 9.5%. Eggs is what, $6 a carton. Okay, milk $4.29 a gallon, and that's just for regular cow's milk, vitamin D milk, which is just straight poison. Okay, straight mucus. I haven't drunk fucking cow's milk in shit 6-7 years, probably longer than that. Okay, because we know that it's not good for you. That dairy is really not good for your digestive tract, especially if you're Jake. But hey, man, these are the times we're in. Okay, the days ahead are dark. Like they say, the night is darkest before the dawn. A lot of you people, you're getting ready to be cut out of your livelihoods. Okay, and before you know it, mass evictions, mass layoffs. You know, these jobs that have promising so-called futures in healthcare, pensions, they're getting ready to start to cut a lot of departments in these city councils, and they're getting ready to consolidate a lot of this stuff under one banner, so to speak. Okay, so it reads here, says households in 35 states will lose at least $95 a month in SNAP temporary pandemic benefits. And it says here, what is this? The temporary benefits will end in most states. So you got Illinois, I think. Oh, okay. Emergency allotments ending. So Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, California, Oregon, Washington, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Atlanta, Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, North Carolina, Virginia. Wow. And the list goes on. The Guam Islands. Yeah, man. So it's getting ready to get bad out here. They're getting ready to cut this shit down for good. And on top of that, a lot of people getting ready to starve to death, because they're talking about in 2023, there may not be enough food for everybody to properly sustain themselves, which that's a lie. Okay, it's not the fact that it's a shortage of food, but they're getting ready to ration these things out. Okay, because like I said, this is all part of the elite's agenda, what they call order ab chaos, or what they call a Hegelian dialectus, which means pressure from above, pressure from beneath. So you people, you're getting ready to feel a squeeze. All right. And you black women out there, man, you live independently for so long. We're getting ready to see how independent you truly are. OK, because this devil who you believed in, this guy Biden, we kept telling you time and time again that Joe Bembeezy, or Jim Crow Joe, wasn't for the embetterment of Jake. OK, but what did? You went down there, you galvanized yourselves and voting for this damn cracker, knowing that he has a history of locking niggas up, right along with that bigot. What's her name? Fucking she barely, the vice president. What's her name? I forgot her damn name. I ain't never seen her like that. But Kamala, that demon, you know. So it's getting ready to get real interesting, brothers, man. After this Passover, I believe that the Lord is getting ready to really up the judgment toll on this place. And before you know it, shit, economic collapse, mass blackouts, and before you know, you're gonna have troops in the streets, man, trying to police the people, because it's going to get to the point, it's going to be so chaotic to the point they're going to have to bring in another form of military to police this country. And that's all by design. All right. But it says more than 1 year later, how the war in Ukraine affecting food supplies, prices around the world. That's fucking cap, man. OK, that's cap. OK, and that may have a little bit to do with it. But overall, that was all done by design. OK, because they want to bring you people down to begging status. But it says Deanna Harley and her husband, Ben, are both on disability and rely on a fixed income to provide for their 2 young sons. Wow. It says after the special benefit allotment goes away, the Hardys' monthly SNAP benefit will plummet from $960 to $200 a month. But even then, shit, $200 a month for men that just, you know, for me personally, that's $200 a month. That'll get you by. But $960, man? People was getting that shit every month since they brought out the work share leave program, when people was pretty much getting $1,000 a week to stay home, and on top of $900 in food stamps. You people just totally ate that up. You know, you took advantage of that, man. Like it's a scripture that Murph always quote. I can't remember, but it says something about not the cankerworm, but it says flourish with the green almond tree, or with the green tree, or something like that. I can't recall the scripture, but regardless, man, you know, things are getting grim. It says, I don't think the cuts could have happened at a worse time. But it says that when the extra payments began, food prices were nowhere near they are now. All right. But it says the elimination of the extra SNAP benefits come as wages failed to keep up with stubbornly high inflation. It says food prices alone are 10.1% from a year ago. And it says, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, which staples like butter up 31% and breakfast cereals and bread up 15%. And you see what they're doing. They're attacking the bare necessities that people use to eat. Okay, the bare essentials. It says the prices of these products have dropped, defying high inflation. But it says the boost in benefits have been a lifeline for many Americans and is credited with keeping 4.2 million people out of poverty since the fourth quarter in 2021, according to the study. It says the extra money was always temporary and intended to stop once the Biden administration declared an end to the C-19 pandemic, which it plans to do in May. But it says Congress traded extra temporary benefits for a new permanent program to replace school meals during the summer for low-income families. It says the cuts are putting a strain on families like Jamila Smith and her 9-year-old niece, already struggling to make ends meet in Charlotte, North Carolina. Now they will have $250 less to spend on groceries each month. Well, shit, you better budget, man. You better make it work. You better get the raviolis, the oodles and noodles, the ramen, whatever the hell you eat, the canned string beans. You better make a fucking 4-day meal out of that, man. A good meal that you can make is a vegetarian tater tot casserole. Okay, you can do vegetarian for you brothers out there that don't eat meat. When I make tater tot casseroles, it's pretty healthy, a healthy portion. It allows me, sometimes I can't even eat it. The shit allows me damn near a week. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm hungry, I can eat it in 3 days. But, get you a tater tot casserole, get you some ground turkey, man, get you some bell peppers, get you some cream of mushroom, or get you some cream of chicken, or you can use eggs as a base, and get your cheeses and so forth like that. You can get all that for under $20. And get you some vegetables and, make you a big dish. It's like an hour to cook and you'll have food. So you'll have a meal for the whole week, man. You got to do what you got to do. We in diverse times, man. It's getting bad out here, So all that going out to Red Lobster and all this shit, them days are done. All right. But it says it's going to send me probably a food pantry a couple times a month. And there's going to be a lot of coupon cutting going on and a lot of food saving apps or grocery store apps. But food banks across the country are now racing to meet increased demands and fill the extra gap created by elimination of the extra benefits. It says the Atlanta Community Food Bank, which serves 600,000 people in 29 countries, have seen a 30% increase since Georgia ended the SNAP benefits in May. And we know it's a lot of jakes down there. Okay, but it says the price keeps going the way they're going and we can't even make it work now. What is going to be like in 6 months from now? And you are absolutely right. Okay, these states have no money. And on top of that, this is all part of the globalist agenda. And the ventures is failing. All right, so this is the book of Joel, the first chapter. And I'm going to start at verses... Let's start at verses 3. It says, tell your children of it and let your children tell their children and the children another generation. Okay. It says that which the palmer worm have left have the locusts eating. Okay. We know that locusts basically eat crops and vegetations. Like when you go into Exodus or even in Psalms, I believe it's the 74th chapter, if I'm not mistaken, it goes into how the Most High brought the locusts, the plagues upon Egypt to pretty much starve out those Egyptians. He brought all those plagues upon Egypt, okay, to pretty much bring it down economically. So therefore, the Most High attacked them from within. And when you pay attention to the parallels of America, Egypt, Rome, it's all following the same, the grim plan. It's all following the same paradigm, okay, as America is being attacked from within, from the inflation, from the food shortages, to the processing plants burning down every day, to the chickens being sick, to the derailment of these particular trains in these different states. Esau is doing a number through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai on the left-hand side to pretty much bring this society down, okay? Because sooner than later, that crisis is going to turn into the micro C-hip that we've been speaking about. And it says, in which the locusts have left, the cankerworm have eaten. And the which the cankerworm have eaten, the caterpillar have eaten, meaning that you're not going to have any substance. You're not going to be able to have the abundance that you once had. Okay, like back in the 90s, you get fucking 200 pounds of chicken wings for fucking $40-$50, man. Now a pound of chicken run you $20. Okay, inflation, soon to be hyperinflation. But it says, awake ye drunkards and weep. Okay, meaning you drunken off the philosophies of this world. And how? All ye drinkers of wine, which is the philosophies. It says, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. It says, for a nation has come upon my land, stronger without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, and he that the cheek, it says, the teeth of a lion, and he have the cheek teeth of a great lion. And he laid waste and he said, he had laid my vine waste, and barked at my fig tree, which is the Israelites, man. It says, and he that made it clean and bare, and cast it away, and the branches thereof are made white. So it says, lament like a virgin girded with sackcloth for the husband of our youth. And the meat offering and the drink offering is cut off from the house of the Lord, and the priests and the lords and ministers do mourn. It says, the field is wasted and the land mourneth, and the corn is wasted and the new wine is dried up, and the oil languished, man. Okay, going into the substance out here. Okay, you're going into the truth, because eventually there's going to be a famine of the word. Okay, which the oil and the wine represents this word, wisdom, and understanding. Okay, but in the layman's terms, you got the food systems. The field is wasted, the land mourneth, for the corn is wasted, and the new wine is drying up, in the oil language. Okay, and I'm going to go down a little bit. Matter of fact, it says, be ye ashamed, O ye husbandmen, and how? When you think of a husbandman, you're thinking of a farmer, a person that tills the earth. Like, that's all a husband means, is to plant. Like when you have a wife, what they call a mother earth, you're a husband, you put your seed in the earth and it grows forth your seed. It says, O ye husbandmen, how? O ye vine dressers, for the wheat and for the barley, because of the harvest of the field is perished. Okay, the plentiness, inflation. You go to the store, they're replacing products with artificial products now. Okay, food have more processed ingredients in it to get it to stretch. Now, look at certain of these particular box cereals. Look at them 2 years ago compared to today. You will see a slightly different ingredient, if not all together. Okay, and sometimes they just don't have it in stock anymore. And a lot of the things that you do see on the shelf is pretty much rotation stock. They're rotated. They take it from these distribution centers. They may have a box of Cheerios. They may have 4 in a quantity. They say, well, look, this Walmart may need 1 box because it may sell next week. And they send it to that store, and that distribution center will hold the other ones on ration until there's a need for it. And that's what you're seeing happening in these stores, man. Okay. But it says, the vine is dried up and the fig tree languished. And it says, in the pomegranate tree and the palm tree also, and the apple tree, and even all the trees of the field are withered, because joy is withered away from the sons of men, man. Okay. So, hey, Yahweh Shai is getting ready to cut these benefits, especially from you damn women, man. And it's a good thing, because you women, you're proud as fucking hell. Okay, even you Edomites out there, and it's proven statistically there's more Edomites that's on government assistance than there is Jake. But see, they exploit Jake for being on government assistance, because the scriptures say we're going to be a byword and a proverb among the nations which thou hast scattered us. Okay, and that's the case here. That's why Jake is the one that's exploited in the news the most, as being the most crime ridden, etc. But Isaiah 32, and I'm going to start at verses 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. It says, many years, days, and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women. It says, for the vengeance shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. The vengeance is your livelihood, is your foods, your jobs, your plentiness, your ability to travel. Okay, your ability to go left and right and to do the things you please. Okay, the vintage, man, your good shit, your jobs, your money, your food, your resources, your child support. All these things are getting ready to become a thing of the past, and to the point you're going to have to go out there and get it like everybody else. And we know you ain't going to do that, because the only thing you're going to do is hide behind the men that you've been claiming you didn't need for the longest. Well, a lot of you going to resort over to prostitution. A lot of you going to get sold into prostitution and slavery. And a lot of you just going to be just flat out put to death mercilessly in the streets. And that's for the majority of you, those that don't want to comply. It says, many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. It says, for the vengeance to fail, and the gathering shall not come. Okay, you know how you waiting on that monthly Social Security check, or that monthly $300, $400 in them SNAP benefits. Hey, you're going to wake up and it ain't going to come. Okay, you're going to wake up and it's going to say up card decline. Then you're going to call customer service, and then you're going to get the answering machine. You're going to be snapping on everybody, cursing everybody out, thinking they owe you something when you the one that put yourself in this predicament. Why? Because you didn't need a man. And yet that, you didn't need a man in the Lord. And it says, tremble ye women that are at ease, and be troubled ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. For they shall lament for the teats and for the pleasant fields and for the fruits of vines. Okay. And shit, you're going to lament for the good times, the beautiful times, man, that you've once had, the club times. Nah, that shit is dead. Okay. Matter of fact, it's a precept I'm looking for in particular. I don't think it's not this one, but it's still a good one, but it's not necessarily this one. But the Most High basically is going to cut the he's going to cut the benefits. He's going to cut this livelihood, this mirth that you people are totally engaging in. Let me see here, Isaiah the 24th chapter. It's a good chapter too, but this is not exactly the one I was looking for. But this still works, man. This is the book of Isaiah 24:7. It says, the new wine mourneth, and the vine languished, and all the merry-hearted do sigh. Who are the merry-hearted? You inhabitants, man. You people that sit rest here in America. You people that wake up and know that it's going to be another good day. All right, what we going to do for New Year's Eve? Are we going to go to fucking Miami? We going to turn up? We going to go to Cancun? You know what I'm saying? We going to go X, Y, and Z. Nah, them days are coming to an end, because this is going to be a nationwide thing. You know, it ain't just going to hit one state. Well, it hit one state, then we decide to go to another. No, it's going to hit us all. Then it says, the mirth of the tabret ceased, and the noise of them that rejoiceth ended, and the joy of the harp ceaseth. And they should not drink wine with a song, and strong drink should be bitter to them that drink it. Okay, because you're not going to drink the drink. You know how people go to their family reunions and their clubs and all that other stuff. You know, you go out there, you enjoy yourself, you know, and you don't think anything of it. But now, you know, you drink a drink, it's going to be like, oh shit, remember the good days. Remember the good old days when we used to do X, Y, and Z. Some of you gonna fucking choke yourself to death, or you're gonna bottle out, man. You're going to be sitting there drinking until you just give up the ghost, because you're going to be so depressed with devastation because of everything you've put faith in. It's totally fails you. Okay, water them that go down to Egypt. It says, the city of confusion is broken down, and every house is shut up that no man may come in. And there's a crying for wine in the streets, and all the joy is darkened, and the mirth of the land is gone. Okay, and that's coming. It says, in a city left in desolation, the gate is smitten with destruction, which the gate represents the city. So these cities are going to be casted down. Ain't going to be too many people that's going to be left alive in these cities when this shit really hits the fan, from the pestilence to the famines to the riots to the martial law. That's going to take out a great number of people in these cities, man. Okay, so, hey, you've been warned, but giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom in a bubble.